If you look to the right as we exit from the station, you'll see the African crown crane. They're actually a warm weather penguin. Out to the right of the train, you have the African penguins. They're actually a warm weather bird. They love the climate here in Florida. They'll even get to go inside when it gets too chilly. The African penguins make their home here in Nairobi, along with many of our animals. To the right of the train is where you can board the Sky Ride. The Sky Ride takes you from Sanibel to Egypt and vice versa. They're temporarily closed due to some inclement weather. To the left of our train, we do have the Edge of Africa. That's a 16-acre self-guided walk-through attraction. And we have our pride of African lions, the spotted hyenas, the lemurs, and more. You can see our Nile crocodile and even the hippo in its 220,000-gallon tank. There's an entrance just outside our Nairobi train station, as well as two here in Egypt. The large white building to the right of the train is the Serengeti Overlook. We have the Oasis Pizza Bar, one of your all-day dining locations, and the Giraffe Bar, a full-service bar for those of you 21 and older. You can dine indoors to enjoy the air conditioning, or sit outside to enjoy the view of the animals on the Serengeti Belt. If you do look out to the left of the train for a gap in the fencing, you might spot those animals we see on the Serengeti Belt, like our reticulated giraffe or the eland antelope. The walkway to the left of the train is part of the Edge of Africa, and it does boast an excellent view of the animals, especially during the hottest portions of the day. Just a reminder again, everyone must stay seated. Please be seated. Again, please be seated. Once again, please be seated. Everyone has to stay seated while the train's in motion. The blue and yellow roller coaster is the Montu. That is our inverted sail coaster, which means the tracks are above your head while your feet dangle down below. Now we are headed out into the Serengeti Belt, where our animals roam free and they do have a tendency to cross over the tracks. Please remain seated at all times, as the train may have to make a sudden stop, and we don't want anyone falling. As we do head out into the belt, keep an eye out to the left of the train. That's usually where you'll spot the first animals. Between the hills on the left, you'll see the reticulated giraffe. Reticulated meaning net-like and referring to the pattern of their spots. They reach heights between 16 and 18 feet and can weigh up to 1 ton. They have really long muscular tongues that they'll use to pluck foliage from the trees, the length of which can even reach up to 20 inches. As we move along, just keep an eye out towards those wooden fences on the left. You might spot some more animals. Yeah, the animals this time of day are really easy to see from the edge of Africa. It includes our giraffes, some of our zebras, and several species of antelope. Okay, past those wooden fences, you can see the Grevy zebra. That is the largest of the zebra species. They are easily recognized by their white underbellies. As we head out onto the trestle, if you look out to your left, you'll see our white rhino. The second largest land mammals. They can weigh from 4,000 to 6,000 pounds. Unlike a lot of the antelope you'll see out here on the veldt, rhinos do not have true horns. Their horns are actually made out of the same stuff as your fingernails. You can also see in the distance some of our Grant zebras and maybe those gray animals, the wildebeest. These tracks are going to curve around, so they're going to be much closer to the train tracks in a few moments. So as we've head past the hills here, you'll see those Grant zebra, the most commonly photographed of all the zebra species. If you've ever seen one in a magazine, it was probably the Grant zebra. They'll actually slow the pace of their herds to accommodate their slowest members so they can blend together and avoid predators. As we pass the last hill on your left, you'll see those tan and white antelope with the black racing stripe. Those are the Grant gazelles. They do actually get all of the water they need from the food they eat. For that reason, they're often seen traveling in the opposite direction of the migrations since they don't have to chase the rains. And near the railroad crossing signs, if you look out to the right where the fence dips in, you might spot that brown antelope with the horns. That's a sable antelope. They actually travel in herds comprised completely of females with just one adult male. He's not the leader of that group though, it is the dominant female. Then across from our sables, back on our left, you do have those gray shaggy antelope with the horns. Those are the wildebeest. They do travel in some of the most dense herds of all the land mammals next to humans. Most of their herds will include thousands of antelope. Some of the migrations have even been known to include up to 1 million. So the dust cloud they kicked up could be seen from the space station. Out to the right of the train, just after that little hill by the fence, we do have the ostrich. That is the largest bird, weighing up to 330 pounds. Due to their size, they can't fly, but they run some pretty amazing speeds of up to 42 miles per hour. And then just before the tunnel on our left by the fence, you have the greater kudu. That's that light tan antelope with the thin white stripes, and with the horn is the male. These are considered the most handsome of the animals. Alright, we are approaching our Congo train station. This is your closest stop to the Ubanga Banga bumper cars and to our water ride, the Congo River Rapids. We're close to our newest area, the Wild Oasis, where you'll find a large canopy, climb area, a splash zone, and a smaller drop tower. Out to the left of the train, you'll see Phoenix Rising. That's that blue roller coaster. It's a family-style inverted coaster. You only have to be 42 inches to ride. That is in Pantopia, along with our drop tower, the Falcon's Fury, and the carousel. You can find a large games area and plenty of snack options, like some freshly baked pretzels from the Twisted Tails. We also have two of our theaters, including Pantopia Theater and the Dragonfire Grill, so you can enjoy a show as you eat your meal. That's also one of your all-day dining locations. As we pull into the Congo train station, please stay seated till the train comes to a full and complete stop. I will let you know when it is safe to exit. Exits are through those black metal gates at both ends of the station. Again, we hope you've enjoyed your ride and that you do have a wonderful day here at Busch Gardens. If you're planning to stay aboard with us, we'll be headed to Stanleyville. If you look to the right of the train, through a gap in the bushes, you might spot the Congo River Rapids. That's a water ride that takes you and 11 others and a tube down a water. You travel over rapids, under waterfalls, and past the occasional water canyon. Just remember, this is a water ride, and you might get soaked. Yes, the people come off the ride looking like they've just gone for a night swim. If we keep looking to the right, after that first crossing, you might spot the bongos. They're a large orangish brown stripes. They're what's thought to be extinct, but learn to be nocturnal. So look in the shadiest parts of the habitat to find our bongos. To the left of our train, we have Wild Oasis. That's that large climb canopy. Some new animal habitats like the capybara and the anteater. There's a splash zone and a small drop tower. You can also check out our newest restaurant. It has some Latin American inspired cuisine. You can dine on the patio and enjoy a great view of the orangutan habitat as you eat your meal. The pink building to the left of the train is the Zambia Smokehouse, where you can find some delicious barbecued ribs, beef brisket, barbecue chicken, and much more. That is one of your all-day dining locations and is located here in Stanleyville.
And there's the freeway.
Stanleyville is home to SheiKra, America's first drop roller coaster, and Tigris, Florida's tallest launch coaster. You can also find one of our water rides, the Stanleyville Log Flume. This might be your last chance to ride the Stanleyville Log Flume, and we'll be leaving the park shortly. And this is your closest stop to the Sesame Street Safari and Fun and to the bird gardens. We will find different animal areas like the Lorikeet Landing and our kangaroos. As we pull into the Stanleyville train station, please remain seated until the train comes to a full and complete stop. I will let you know when it is safe to exit. The exits will be through the wooden gates on both sides of the station. Again, my name is Elizabeth, and I hope you've enjoyed your ride aboard the Serengeti Express. If you do plan to stay aboard with us, we'll be headed to Nairobi. Please remain seated while the train pulls into the station. Please stay seated. Please be seated. Again, please be seated. Please be seated. Alright, it's now.
Bye. Come on, guys, we got a full train. We could be louder, say goodbye. There we go. Alright, we will see them at 35 to 40 minutes. And once there, our next stop is Nairobi. Now this red and blue coaster that we are currently going under is called SheiKra. SheiKra is America's first dive coaster. It has a maximum height of 200 feet and it has two 90-degree drops and the maximum speed is 70 miles per hour. And just a reminder that as we are going past any bushes, please do not reach out and touch them because some of these bushes do have thorns and you don't want anyone to get hurt. This is for your safety. And once again, on the left, this is SheiKra. Now coming up on the right, we do have Pantopia, which is our most colorful and bejeweled area of the park. It's home to Falcon's Fury, Phoenix Rising, and Dragon Fire Girl. You guys can eat and watch the show at the same time. And if you guys see with us Rockstar, that is where Scorpion was once before. Rest in peace to Scorpion. Scorpion was a former roller coaster here at Busch Gardens. Now over to the left, we do have the Stanley Falls Log Flume. It's a classic water ride that lasts about 3 minutes, and at the end, you will drop from 43 feet, and it does end with a splash. So depending on where you sit, you will get soaking wet. So choose your seat wisely. Also, the last day to ride the flume is tomorrow, so September 7th. So ride it while you can. Right, we do have the Pantopia Theater, which is home to our Animal Tale show. You guys can see all our show times on the Busch Gardens app or buschgardens.com. And over to the left is the Congo train station, which will be our next stop right after Nairobi. Once again, please remain seated. Now on the right, this blue on blue coaster is called Phoenix Rising. It is one of our newest attractions here at Busch Gardens. It goes about 80 feet high and it will drop you at 44 miles per hour. And over to the left, we do have the Sky Ride. The Sky Ride is another form of transportation. It will take you from the Egypt side of the park to the Stanleyville side of the park. If you are a pass member, it is completely free of charge, but if not, you will have to pay $5. And now we're entering the Serengeti belt where the animals are free roaming and they sometimes do like to come across the tracks. So please remain seated at all times. Keep our body parts inside the train. Feel free to take any pictures and videos, but do it in a seated position only.
Por favor, manténganse sentados.
Now if you guys look over to your right behind the trees, that green and purple structure is called Serengeti Flyer. Serengeti Flyer is a swing that swings you back and forth until you get 135 feet in the air at a top speed of 68 miles per hour. Now over to the left, these white animals with the curly horns, these are the Adox antelopes. They are endangered and there's less than 200 left of them in the wild. You may see that they are white now because it is hot outside, but once it turns cold, they will have a light brown fur. And past them, you have a couple of striped animals. Those are called the Grevy's zebras. They are the largest of the zebra species, and only 3/4 of their bodies are covered in stripes, which leaves them with a complete white stomach. And as we are going across this little bridge, also to the left, you should start seeing the Nyalas. The Nyalas are a dimorphic species, which means that the females and the males look completely different. The females are the brown one with the white stripes, and the male is the grayish black one with the horns. Now coming up on the right, you do have the entrance and wait time to Serengeti Flyer, the Asian Elephant Exhibit, the walkway to Pantopia, and the Animal Care Center. If you guys want to go inside and see the vets for more animals and ask any questions. And if you want to go up close and personal with the animals you just seen and feed or touch the giraffes, you guys can book a tour at the Animal Interaction and Tours building, which is on the right hand side. That's the building with the green stripes, or you can book one online. Now, as we are slowly pulling into the Nairobi train station, please remain seated and I will let you know when it is safe to exit. For anyone getting up here in Nairobi, you'll be close to Corpus Christi, Montu, the Moroccan Palace, Anargwazi, and of course Pantopia. Almost there, but not quite yet, so please remain seated. Almost there. Not yet, not yet. Almost. Alright, it's now safe to exit the train.